If you think Teflon tape is foolproof, think again. A simple mistake can mean a leaking nightmare, wasted money, and even water damage in your home. So stay tuned, because today I'll show you 8 common mistakes people make when using Teflon tape and how to avoid them. So let's get started. Teflon tape has been around for a long time. In fact, it was invented in 1938. So if you've been around any type of construction or work sites or any type of home repairs, I'm sure you've either seen it used or have used it yourself. Now, throughout the years, I've seen a lot of mistakes that people do when they're using Teflon tape. And sometimes it's just a little drip, but sometimes it can cause a major disaster. So today we're going to go over 8 common mistakes that I see people do when using Teflon tape. And afterwards I'm going to go through a quick demonstration on a proper way to apply Teflon tape so you can get it perfect every time. So let's start with the mistakes. So the first common mistake I see is in poor surface preparation. When you're going to wrap your Teflon tape around the threads, you have to make sure that these threads are nice and clean. So just take a brush. If it's metal, I use a metal brush. Plastic, I use a plastic brush. And just make sure that these threads are nice and clean. Not only on the threads, but also on the female fitting that's going to go on there, so that you don't have anything blocking or hindering this from going on there all the way and making a secure fit. So the second mistake I see people doing often is they're putting the tape on in an incorrect direction, how they wrap it. They'll take the tape, they'll put it on, and they'll just start wrapping it. And you see how when they're wrapping, it's getting further and further away, the tape's getting longer. It's doubling over because you've got so much looseness in it, and it just gets to be a pain trying to wrap it up. The bad thing about this, these threads are in a clockwise direction to tighten on. This was just taped in a counterclockwise direction. And the problem with that is once you start putting your fitting on there, when it's taped the wrong direction, you'll see how it'll start grabbing the tape and start unwinding it. And what that does, it defeats the whole purpose and it'll ruin your seal on there and you'll have leaks. The way you want to do it, if your threads are going clockwise like this, you put your tape on your fitting on the bottom, keep it a little bit away from the edge, and you can hold it with one hand. It's easy when you put a finger inside of it like this and just start wrapping around there. And see how you keep the nice tension on there? And you can just keep switching fingers like this. Hold on to it and give it a nice pull. You want to still see some of the thread on there, but this way you have a nice seal. And when you put your fitting on there, the thread stays nice and tight and you're going to get a good, tight, waterproof seal. The third most common mistake I see is they'll start at the back end and move forward instead of starting at the front end and moving backwards. And what this does is when you start back here, they'll start going around and it ends up you get too close to your front like this, and it closes off the opening. When you get that inside there, it could have a tendency to clog things up or make for a bad seal. You want to start at around the second thread. Hold your tape, start taping like that, and just move your way around. You don't have to do too far back. Hold on to it with your finger and give it a nice pull. This way your opening is clear and your cap goes on very easily. Now Teflon tape is not only a sealant, but just like the Teflon that's inside your frying pan, it makes it a lubricant. So your fittings go on there easier and they don't catch. So it has a twofold purpose. It's a lubricant and it's a sealant. Now the fourth most common mistake I see is people using the wrong type of tape. There's different colors of tape. They make them in different colors so they can be quickly identified for what they're used for. The white is normally for general plumbing purposes. where they have a pink one that's for water lines. It's a thicker tape. They also have yellow ones for gas lines. Green is for oxygen normally and medical gases. A gray type for stainless steel connections. And they even have a copper tape that's for copper pipes. So using the correct type of tape is just as important as wrapping it correctly. The fifth most common mistake I see is either using too little or too much tape. So as we start to put our tape on here, if you don't put enough and you keep it thin, the problem with this is that it's not thick enough, and these threads can be very sharp. And look, just by moving my finger on there, see how the threads are starting to come through? So that's not enough to be a good lubricant and seal. You need more than just that. And on the opposite end, I see people put so much on there. And see how ridiculous that looks? In the taping world, more is not better. So when you put your end on here, what it's doing, it's bunching it up inside because it can't get on there far enough if you've only got a couple threads covered. Between 3 and 5 wraps should be plenty. The sixth most common mistake is putting Teflon tape on supply line valves. Supply lines already have an internal gasket, as you can see on this cutaway. And for that reason, Teflon tape is not needed to make a proper seal for the supply line. When Teflon tape is put on a supply line valve, it doesn't allow the supply line to seat far enough to allow the gasket to compress to stop any water from leaking. So when no Teflon tape is put on a supply line valve, it allows the threads to go deep enough on the supply line to compress the washer to give it a good seal so no water will leak out. So never put Teflon tape on a supply line valve so you can get the proper seating of the washer in the supply line. So number 7, the next most common mistake I see is not stretching the tape. And what they'll do is, and it's usually when they're putting it on the wrong way because they can't get it tight enough, is they'll put it on here and they'll put it loosely, thinking they don't want to, I guess they don't want to tear the tape or something. And when they put it loose like that, even when it's the right direction, you start putting your fitting on there, what it does is it starts to bunch up inside there. So you start to get an area that's all bunched up with your tape, and it's liable to cause a leak inside there. So number 8, the last mistake that I normally see, the common mistake, is by people reusing the old Teflon tape. Teflon tape's not that expensive, so when they take the fitting off, you see how it's already starting to tear in there because you've broken the seal to it, and they'll take it off of here. And maybe because they don't have new tape, but look at how this tape is torn and worn through. Tape is not that expensive. It's easier to put on when you've got a new piece of tape. So old tape, it loses effectiveness. It's no good anymore. Just use new tape. First thing is you want to prepare your pipe. Make sure there's no dirt or grime or any type of rust inside there. Clean it off. Clean the fitting out also. Then you want to take your tape. Make sure you've got a good end on it. Tear it if you have to. Start with the tape down. Start a couple threads over. And then hold it with your thumb. Give it some pressure. Bring it around. Hold it with your other finger. See how I'm alternating my thumb and finger? It just becomes natural after a while. Just pull it around. Keep it tight. Hold on to the back of it with the other finger here. You don't want to, if you just let it go and pull it, watch how it gets see how it gets all stringy? So if you hold on the end of it on here and pop it real quick, it makes a nice tear on it. And then you have it. And that's it. Simple, easy to do. Okay, so there you have it. Avoid these 8 mistakes and your plumbing jobs will be leak-free and hassle-free. So using Teflon tape properly can save you time, money, and frustration. So if this video helped you, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more home improvement and DIY tips. And don't forget to drop a comment below. It does help out the channel so more people can find our videos and help with their projects also. And also hit that notification bell so you never miss a video. And don't forget to visit my Amazon storefront. There's a link in the description In there, you'll find links to our favorite tools, gadgets for things around your house or on the job site, ones that we trust and that we use ourselves. The link is in the description and it really helps out the channel. So thanks for watching. You take care and God bless.